Hi, this is Drew from Skinny WordPress. One of the things that a lot of people ask me about is how to change your fonts on your website. And the things that a lot of people don't realize is that the fonts that people see on the browser have to be installed on their computer. That means if Bob doesn't have a particular font on his computer, Bob's not going to see the font that you would like him to see. And in the past, web designers have got around this by creating something called a font stack. And what a font stack is that they come up with a list of fonts that they would order in preference. For example, this particular font in our 2011 WordPress default theme, the first font they would like us to show is Helvetica New. If that particular user does not have that particular font installed on their computer, they would move to Helvetica. If they don't have Helvetica, move to Arial. And if for some reason they don't have Arial installed on their computer, any other generic sans serif font will be used. And this is how we've done it for a long, long time. People have created these elaborate font stacks, and what happens a lot of times is we still end up with the same old thing. For example, this particular post, this is the same thing you see everywhere. You see this sans serif Helvetica type looking font. Whether it's Arial, Helvetica, or whatever, it still looks the same. And sure, it's readable and it looks okay, but it's kind of boring. Maybe you have a specific website that doesn't need all this readability. Maybe you want a little bit of style. How can you do it? Well, obviously you can't go around and install your cool little font on every single person's computer. That just doesn't work. So what Google's come up with is Google Web Fonts. And what Google Web Fonts is it's basically a font cloud. We've all heard of cloud computing, and basically what it is they keep the fonts, instead of having to have them installed on the user's computer, they keep the fonts installed at Google. And then when your browser goes to a particular website, they go to Google to get this font, and that way they don't have to have it installed in their computer. There's not a ton of fonts. As you can see, there's 289 different font families currently on Google Web Fonts. Basically, what you have to do, there's just a couple quick steps you have to follow. You can select your category, whether you want a serif, sans serif, handwriting, display, and you can display certain things like thickness and slant and width. But basically, what you want to do is you just want to pick a font you like, and you can try it out. So we can go through these fonts and we can look. And one thing about fonts that you want to remember is some of the cool looking fonts, like this particular one or this one up here, may look really nice in a one sentence paragraph, but if you get a whole site of it, it's probably going to look a little unreadable. Keep in mind, even if you wanted a little creative on your website. So there's got to be some kind of balance. So what we have to do is we're just going to find a particular font here that we like. It's kind of cool looking, kind of something that we can use. Let's see here, what do we want to do? How about this one right here, Julie? This particular one here, we're going to hit quick use here. And what it's going to do is it's going to give us some code. And what we need to do with this code is we need to put this code into our theme web sheet. So when it pulls up our website, it will know what to do. Now this is going to sound a lot more complicated than it really is. The first thing we need to do is we're going to copy this code. We're going to copy it. We're going to pull up an empty text file. We're just going to paste it in here for now. And we're going to do the same thing down here. Copy this, pull up our text file, and that's all there is to it. These are the two pieces of information that we need from Google. Now we need to go over to our website. As we said before, there's two different parts we need to put this into our theme. We're using right now the 2011 default theme out of WordPress. And what we're going to do is we're going to edit the theme. So we go to our appearance menu and down to editor. And what we pull up here is the style.css sheet. And what this is this determines your fonts and the way things look on that particular theme. What you want to do, this is different places and different themes. What you want to look for is the body text area. And then you want to look for font. It could say font, could say font family, whatever. It's going to be in here. It's going to list a bunch of fonts like this. So what we're going to do here is we're going to copy this first in case something goes horribly wrong. We're going to paste it down here. And then we're going to copy this and replace it. Paste it. Easy enough. We're going to update our file. Now one half of our thing is done. The other part we have to do is we have to go to our header file. And what this is going to do, if we go over to our right hand side here and click header.php, Click header. What this is going to do, this is going to tell the browser to go find this font at Google. And what we want to do here is we want to put this in the header. For those of you not familiar with HTML code, the head, here's the head opening head tag right here. We want it inside that. And chances are it's going to be another style sheet with all the information. We're going to stick this right in here. Let's get our information from Google here. This first piece of code, we're going to copy it. And we're just going to stick it right in here. Basically, it just connects, it tells them to find the font at Google Apps. That's all there really is to it. We're going to go down to the bottom, we're going to update the file. And we're going to go back to our website. And we're going to refresh. Remember, this is what we got before right now. Refresh this. And here we go. Here's our brand new font. And as you can see, it's pretty simple to change. It doesn't matter if the user has this font installed on their website or not, because it will pull it directly from the cloud at Google Apps. You can change them whenever you want. All you have to do is go through the same steps, is go back, choose a font, get the code, put it in your theme style sheets, and you're good to go. It's a great way to instantly change the entire character and appearance of your website just by changing the font.